We're here at the campsite and I'm ready to show you how to back in by yourself. You don't need a spotter, you don't need anybody else. The first thing I do is get out of the vehicle and I walk the site. I make sure that there's no obstructions up or below. Branches, low-hanging trees, small trees that are along the sides, picnic tables that can all get in your way, as well as be aware most sites will have some kind of a site marker. Also, as you're backing up, be aware that the other side of the vehicle, sometimes the front end of your vehicle can sometimes want to hit one of these little guys right here, these marker posts. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my vehicle and my camper up, and I'm going to get my pivot point. So your pivot point is the spot at which that rear tire of that camper, if you have just a single axle camper like mine, is going to be where it's going to pivot. So for me, where I want my camper to start turning and pivoting into the site is right about here in this area. So I am going to be using this spot. Back in the tow vehicle, you can probably hear my dog panting. She gets a little anxious in the car. She's in the kennel behind me, Miss Maya. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start backing up this camper. Where we want the camper to go is where we take our hand on the bottom of the steering wheel and we start to turn the bottom toward the direction that we want that camper to go. All right, so I can see the rear of my camper in my mirror. So I'm gonna place my hand on the bottom of my steering wheel, right down here. If I start to turn this way, the back of my camper is going to start to go out that back direction. So I'll show you how that works. We'll put the vehicle in reverse, put my hand down here, and I'm going to start to turn this direction. So my hand is going to the left, and look what happens to the rear of this camper. It starts to go left. All right, so we're going to pull forward, and I'm going to show you again. Pulling forward straightens us out a little bit. And let's say I would like the rear of my camper to go the other direction. Vehicle in reverse, when you place your hand at the bottom of the steering wheel again, right down here, and now you're going to go the other direction. So now I'm taking my hand and I'm going toward the right. What happens to the back end of that camper? Watching that rear view mirror, the back end of that camper starts to disappear, right? One thing to be aware of is don't go too sharp. You're going to jackknife it. Never want to jackknife that camper. If you feel like that turn is getting too sharp, what you want to do, put your vehicle back in drive and start to slowly straighten it back out and go forward. Just get that off that jackknife. Going forward will bring that camper back into straightness and be in line with the vehicle. So it's as simple as that. Just every once in a while, get outside of that tow vehicle, take a walk around, make sure you don't have a picnic table or a small tree or any children. Keep all kids and pets out of the area when you're doing this alone. But I can tell you, you can do this by yourself. You do not need to have somebody else with you. You can go enjoy camping out in the woods. You can go out to state parks, federal parks, anywhere you want. You can back that vehicle up. To practice, go to an empty parking lot, set up a couple of cones, and practice. Don't be embarrassed. That's exactly